All right, let's get started. Guys, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you watch this video. Um, good day to you. My name is Dr. Reginald Towns, and it is my pleasure to do one thing, and that's to introduce my newly formed YouTube TV, and it's called Coach Ed. Coach Ed is a platform where we get a chance to do a couple of things. I am a educator, and I want to make sure that you and I and your children or your child will be fully informed, well informed as to what the process that lays before them as they go to college, prepare to go to college. We have about 6 months, 7 months, and they are going to be packed, ready to go, and really to start their new life. And I'm excited about that, and I hope you are too. I'm going to do two things on this video, and I'm going to be trying to record and post videos on my YouTube channel at least twice, 3, maybe 4 times, because there's so much I want to make sure you understand. And to my first 50 subscribers, I'm going to send you a booklet, a handbook that's going to cover the process. And we're going to cover that process over on the video. So, because what is in the book, the checklist, is not the whole story, and I couldn't put that, and that would turn into a real book. We don't have time to read that right now because we got to get ready to take your child to their desired college or university. And I do know that the fall was kind of hectic, in that you were trying to negotiate graduating, getting ready for May, June graduation, and that's finally come that 12th year of education. But also, a lot of you were applying for college, and you were applying for scholarships, you were applying for financial aid. That financial aid piece is a little complicated right now, and I am researching someone that can come who is an expert that can help us out. So just stay tuned for that. I will be working on that as soon as I can. But first, I want to talk about one thing that you need to know. That this is going to be that's why I'm using this Coach Ed, that sports type thing, because I'm a former athlete, but also this is going to require teamwork. I'm on the team as your success coach. Parents, you're on the team as a parent, and your child or your son or your daughter, they're going to be part of the team too, because they're going to live this thing. They're going to live this thing for the next 4 years. Maybe 2 for some that may be going off to a community college. And it's the same thing. You're still taking courses, and you're expected to pass these courses. But the first thing I want to talk about would be the first topic. And I will go into this a little bit more because it's going to require a little bit more time. The first thing that you may encounter, you may have already, is going to be an academic advisor or a success coach. That term, or these terms, or words, are used interchangeably. Some school may call it an academic advisor, and that's kind of what I'm used to. Some may call it a success coach, which I like. I like the success coach because that success means action, that means achievement. And that coaching piece comes in. If you had a coach in high school, they were always telling you something to do. So that's going to be the part we're going to really hold to. I will have things for the parents to do. I will have things for the student to do, the child to do. In order to make this thing to be successful, we all got to do our part. And I'm doing my part by making these videos, and hopefully we can be successful in that. Now the second piece will be to I spend a lot of time looking for scholarships. There are so many scholarships out there for students. Even now, I was looking at one earlier, and I'm going to talk about 4 today. I was looking at one of them. They're going to have a deadline every single month, starting in May, I think. So you can really apply for this particular scholarship really for the next 4 or 5 months. So that's pretty good. So let me pull it up. Otherwise, I'm sorry, guys. I should have had it pulled up. And here we are. Okay. And like I said, I take the time to look for these scholarships, and there's a lot of them. And every time I just find new ones all the time. And there are some that are on the web, and sometimes they look a little interesting to me. I'm more apt to look at a scholarship that requires one or two things: just a simple application or a essay, and that should be enough to make a decision. You may ask, does it work? Yes, it does work. I worked at an early college program some years ago where these two young ladies that went off to college, but they had money in their pocket. They had if I recall the exact amount, about $1.6 million, which took them through their master's degree. So yes, it does work, but it requires work. So let's get started. The first scholarship I want you to take a look at, and as I continue to do videos, I'm going to upgrade my skills where I can show you these scholarships so you can take notes. So right now, I will slow down. Sometimes I may talk a little fast, but I will slow it down so you can get the information you need to get. The first one is called Too Cool to Pay for School Scholarship. Now that's a real interesting and cool title for a scholarship. And the amount is $1,000. And this is the one that is really paying out until you can apply until December 2025. And the deadline for this month is the 31st of this month. They're going to skip April and May and then come back in June. A June 30th deadline, there's a September 30th deadline, and there's a December 31st deadline. And if I look at what the highlights are, they do not mention a specific GPA, but this is what I like, and I'm just telling you what it's saying. U.S. citizens, U.S. residents, international students, and undocumented students can apply for this scholarship. It is open to high school, college, and graduate students. So a lot of people, that widens the scope of who can apply, but it's $1,000. Okay, moving on. Adenza Vacations College Scholarship. The amount is $500, and the deadline is May 1st, 2025. Who's eligible? 17 to 24-year-olds. So you're looking at really freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And the deadline is September 1st, 2025. Now, this one does have a GPA requirement, 2.5 or higher. You're going to see that a lot, guys. And then other requirement, you must be a resident of the United States. The third one is the Dr. Pepper tuition giveaway. They are giving up to $100,000. And in most cases, that's how much they had to give, and they want to give a lot of that to a lot of people. The deadline is September 20th, 2025, open to residents of the United States. And here again, that age group really kind of covers 4 years in college and maybe even some master's years, 18 to 24. And this one is interesting. They want you to submit a video, which that spices up a little bit, makes it kind of fun, explaining why you will make an impact in your life, community, or the world. Not why, how. Explain how you will make an impact in their life, your life, the community, or the world. I like this scholarship. I really do. That makes you think. Let me put a pin in it right now. When these scholarships are asking for essays or to write, guys, be careful. Parents, back up a little bit and let the students do the work. Yes, proofread it to make sure it makes sense, but stay away from writing the whole thing out. I think these people do this enough to know when a 17-year-old, 18-year-old has written it, or a parent. In some cases you can, in some cases you cannot. In this case, this will be good practice for your child, your incoming freshman, to do the work. They're gonna have a lot of assignments, so get them used to it. They have assignments now just parents back up a bit and let them do the work, but yes, proof it to make sure it makes sense. Empower College Scholarships Program. This one is up to $20,000. The deadline is September 30th, 2025, and this one is for high school seniors and college students with a minimum of a 3.0 GPA. Demonstrate leadership qualities and a commitment to community service. You're going to see a lot of these. They're going to ask, okay, you're a great student. You got a 3.0 GPA, but what do you do outside of the classroom? And if you can show that you are in some kind of leadership capacity, and you have some commitment to community service, whether it's feeding the homeless, something that does something for somebody else, that'll take you a long way in getting some of this extra money. So a lot of you already are doing those type things, which is great. And now you can bring what's in your heart, and that could get you some free money to go to school. Okay, guys, this has been a short video. I'm going to promise to post at least 2 to 3 times a week because I have so many scholarships I want to get to you. Also, I have so much information I want to share with you. So look for me, Coach Ed, on YouTube. Have a good evening.